Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Well, this segment of our YouTube is going to be questions and answers. So I've gotten a lot of kind of cool questions and I wanted to address these. So my first one is, can I communicate with people that have crossed over who speak a foreign language? Brilliant question. And I've had a lot of people who've emailed me that question before coming to see me. Can I do that? And the answer is most definitely yes. Because here's what happens. I can always tell who spoke English and who didn't speak English. And it's interesting what they start communicating in different ways, by energy, by what they show me. So when your loved one didn't speak English, that doesn't mean they still can't come through and communicate. They can come through, and the various different energy. It's interesting because when a loved one will come through, they won't say anything right away. I will know if it's a motherly love, a fatherly love, a spouse love, a child. Without even saying anything, you just know what that degree, a female versus a male. So you just know. And for me, I can only speak for me, I can definitely communicate all day long with people that didn't speak English. And the messages are crystal clear. And people will sit there and say, yeah, my grandmother always used to do this, and yes, she used to make this, and yes, she had this, and this is what she always used to do. So they will come in different ways, and they will show me, and those messages start coming through. So I think that was a great question. I really do. The next question that I got, which I thought was really interesting, was, can spirits that have crossed over deplete our energy? Now, very, very interesting, because earthbound spirits definitely deplete our energy. No ifs, ands, or buts. They just do, because they haven't crossed over. And like I had said previous in other YouTube videos, that when an earthbound spirit decides to stay and not cross through that light, they will basically, they're just like us without a body. So they can create all kinds of havoc, and they can really deplete our energy. Now, spirits that have crossed over and they're loving and they've gone through that light, they're with God, they will never deplete our energy. If anything, they enhance our energy. They guide us, they direct us, and they show love. And when they come with love, there is no depleting, it's enhancing. Okay, so keep that in mind. So no, it is completely different than an earthbound spirit. So I hope that that kind of puts things to rest. So anytime, and it's the same thing too, and I wanted to address this. I'm glad I'm thinking about this as I'm talking. When you sage, don't worry about saging your loved ones that have passed. That will never keep them from coming through and visiting. Saging is for energy that isn't good, anxiety, earthbound spirits. That's what saging is really, really good. But if we've got a loved one that's crossed over, believe me, saging will do nothing. It will not harm them. It will not keep them from coming, because they are love and they're with God. Okay, so remember that. All right. Now, another question I got is, what kind of sea salt should we use? Well, if you've watched my video, top 5 ways to cleanse, I do talk about sea salt when you put in a spray bottle, and if you want to spray it on an object before bringing it into your car, if you went to an estate sale or a garage sale, just go buy fine sea salt at any grocery store. Don't buy the coarse, because it will clog up the nozzle. So fine sea salt would be great, and put that and mix it with water, and it'll be a great effect that you need, okay? A great thing of sea salt is Epsom salt when you take a bath. I firmly believe on Epsom salt, because Epsom salt will take away so much. The anxiety, it takes out toxins, it takes out any bad energy that is stuck to our bodies. It is very soothing and very tranquil, and this is something that will definitely help. Do I recommend soaking in sea salt? Yes. Matter of fact, if you're going to take the pains and the measures to sage your home, I always say, get a sea salt scrub if you don't like taking baths, and just start scrubbing your body with a loofah brush or a soft, rag, and just do that. A washcloth. And if you like the baths, Epsom salt. You can, and they even have eucalyptus, sea salt, and it's a really. I bought that the other day, and I have to tell you, I loved the smell, and I felt 10,000 times better when I got out of the bath. So it does make a difference. So I thought that was a great question. Something so simple as what kind of sea salt? You see, I can go on and on. All right, my last one is, can people be allergic to computers? Wow. Very good question. And the reason I want to address this question is I am a person that does something, and I stall computers all day long. That's why computers and I are not a good fit. Cell phones and I do not mesh well. I have gone through more phones than I can count, and I've gone through more computers. Now, is there something to do with the energetic field? Yes, there are some people that truly can be allergic to anything that is of the computer nature world. I myself sometimes get a very, very bad headache. If I don't break them with my energy, my head hurts. So it's very interesting. So can people be allergic? The answer is most definitely yes. Now, some people literally, the way you are allergic to environmental things like ragweed or oak tree or dogs, you can have an allergy to Wi-Fi. It's very true. You can. It's called electric magnetic hypersensitivity. Okay, and it does exist. So what can we do? Well, be careful with, like I know the 5G, I don't know, I think it's coming out, and be careful. It's very, very powerful. So if you're a sensitive soul, be careful with what you get. Be careful where you place your phone, your computer. I don't even like it anywhere where I sleep. Those things are not allowed in my bedroom at all, because when I sleep, it has to be tranquil. I don't like anything. I don't even like a TV in my room. I really don't. I don't like any of that because I think it's very unhealthy for your spirit. And we are most vulnerable when we sleep. Now, what does that mean? Well, when we sleep, that means any energy can come through when we're sleeping, and we have no defenses against it because we're in deep sleep. So pick and choose your computers. Also pick and choose. Your children should never have them in their bedroom, and they need limits on them because their minds are not through developing. The brain is not truly developed, I always say this, till mid-20s. So really pick and choose and limit your children's usage on all of these, because it does create havoc on the body energetically. And you know what? The mind is very, very sensitive. So the mind really does have a lot of sensitivities to that. So keep in mind, we have physical allergies, and then we can have mental allergies. And just like I said, electric magnetic hypersensitivity, look it up. It's going to be a wealth of information, and I'm putting it out there that yes, for some people, those type of frequencies are just too strong, such as myself. So I know my limits, I know my balances, but more important, I respect my body as it is my temple, and I truly watch out for my body. I always say this many times, your body speaks to you. It has a whole different language by what it's signaling off to you. Be smart enough and be intuitive to pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you. I hope these questions were little tidbits that made things a little clearer. And I will be addressing questions as often as I can. Please keep the questions coming. I thank you for always subscribing to YouTube. There'll be much more, as it always is. And pay attention to what's around you. Until that next time, take care. I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.